What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today is going to be another one of those videos that is going to be touchy. I'm going to go as far as I feel comfortable with. But this has to do with, it's another video that has to do with stuff in the comments. And it's not just my channel, right, that I see. Same type of comment. And the comment is that the legends are just going to use and abuse you. And then people make certain statements about the legends that they know damn well they would never make to them. This is the thing. It happens a lot on social media where people make comments about a lot of people that they would never, they wouldn't go there in real life. But this comment is how the legends just use and abuse people, and I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to give my 2 cents on that, because when I hear that, I'm wondering, did these individuals that are saying that, did they feel they were used and abused, or do they have zero understanding, zero experience, and are just speaking out their neck? And I think sometimes that's what it really is. Let me hit this one time. So again, every faction does whatever they do. So I don't speak for any factions. I just speak from my life experience, and I don't have an in-depth understanding of these other groups. I have some knowledge on it from the outside looking in. And so if I ever speak on them, I always say from what I've seen, right? But this time I'm going to talk about, if you run with the Southern Raza, that's the point of view I can speak from. That's the point of view I have experience with, through the California Youth Authority, into the California Department of Corrections, decades spent in the California Department of Corrections. And I can honestly say this. I don't understand when people say that the legends use and abuse people. And I know there's going to be dudes that are going to say, what the fuck are you talking about? You trip. Let me say what I say. It trips me out. And I told a story one time. I'm going to tell it again right now. I had gone to Pelican Bay Shoe my first time. I was getting ready to leave the shoe, 1997. I got endorsed to Tehachapi. This is when they were flipping Tehachapi, right? Before they were making it the shoe. But this is when they were flipping it, because it had been a 50-50 yard for a long time, right? So there was a busload of us. I think there was 6 Raza from Southern California, and then the rest of the bus was blacks and whites, and I don't remember if there were any others. There probably was. But anyways, prior to getting on the bus, I was in the law library. Directly across from me was one of the legends. And this is one of the legends that goes way back. I won't say his name, but this is somebody who's been mentioned in books. And it wasn't a boxer, for those of you that are right away going to say that. But he was right across from me, and he's like, hey, so what's going on, man? And I told him, I said, these Huras are trying to set me up. And he goes, what do you mean? He really was like concerned. He goes, what do you mean these Huras are trying to set you up? And I told him, I said, they're putting me up for transfer to Tehachapi. And the glimmer in his eye, and he was like, oh man. He looked around, he goes, oh fuck yeah. He goes, they're putting you up for Tehachapi? And I said, yeah. He said, okay. He goes, you know they sent your homeboy there, right? My older homeboy, who was right there with us. And I said, yeah. And he said, you know what he did when he got there, right? I said, yeah. My older homeboy had killed a guy in the middle of the yard, strapped a knife to his hand and killed a dude right in front of everybody on the yard. And so I was like, yeah. And he goes, okay. And he goes, now let me tell you something, Holmes. And he says, I want to make this clear. He says, you know nobody can tell you what to do, right? And he goes, this is exactly what he did. He goes, when I'm telling you that, he goes, I mean nobody. And he's pointing at himself. He goes, nobody. And he put that symbol up, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, you can be asked. You can be told what is expected. He goes, but at the end of the day, a man is always going to do what his heart tells him is right. He said, if you do something and you have a second guess, he goes, that's your heart telling you you made a wrong move. You did the wrong thing. He said, so I'm expecting to see you back pretty soon. I said, I'll be right back. I don't want to get into the whole story, but that's that's the type of schooling I got. This is from one of the legends that was legendary, right? Within that. Notorious, maybe is a better word. and that's the thing I want to stress. And it's not just a prison thing. It's in life, period. Every choice you make, there's going to be a response or a reaction to that choice. But when you're in the criminal world, especially if if you choose, I want you guys to listen up to this right now. If you're a youngster right now and you got some stuff going on and you choose to be from a barrio, there are expectations of you once you join. Once you hit the adult system, those expectations become greater. See, you can't assume that because you're from a barrio and you go to the joint, even if you don't get into the politicking, you can't assume that when you get there, just because you're from a barrio, you're allowed to accept the care packages that they give you. And any cariño they show you, like if you don't make it to store, they're gonna look, hey Holmes, you ain't making it to store, I got you, homie. And they send you some stuff. And if something's jumping off, you can just be like, you know what, that's not me, homie. There's an expectation there because you have accepted everything else. You have accepted all the so-called positive of being in that lifestyle. You've accepted the influence of those who have done things before you to make it safe for you to be on that yard, for you to be in that cell. You are living off of the prestige of others because you haven't done anything yet to earn your own prestige, right? But when that time comes for you to perform, you can't say, let's say a vato goes and does a pegada and loses his hand or something, or who that shoots his hand off, or he gets shot and he loses his leg or something like that. You don't in turn get to blame other people. You had a choice. You had a choice on how you were gonna move. When they come and they ask you, hey homie, you willing to do us a favor? You had an opportunity to say no. It comes with ramifications. But you did have that opportunity. You had an opportunity to bounce off the yard. There are different things. This is reality. I don't speak bullshit, right? There's realities to everything in that lifestyle. But I just find it weird, like I'm one of those people. I never have felt that I was used and abused because I chose to do the things in my life that I did. Every single one of them. Every bad thing that I've done in my life, I chose to do it. Nobody got at me like, hey, Owens, you need to kill that dude. Hey, Owens, you need to stab that dude. I'm talking about on the streets. Hey, Owens, you need to shoot at that dude. Nobody told me to do those things. Those are things that I wanted to do because I had issues within myself that made it okay for me to do that to people. That's who I was back then. I hadn't grown up yet, right? I hadn't realized my own issues. When I went to the joint, I went to people like, I want to be, I want this game. I want to know these, I want this knowledge. I want this glitch, whatever you want to call it. And again, it was because of things that were lacking within me. But I'll be damned if I'm going to say, now other people with their life experience and their prison experience, criminal history, criminal experience, whatever it is, they can say whatever they want. But to me, anybody that's saying, hey, they used me and abused me, I think you still don't take responsibility and accountability for the choices that you make in your life. And as long as you keep doing that, you will not be happy, man. Straight up. I did all the negative shit in my life because I was insecure, because I wanted to impress other people, because my ego needed it. There's a lot of different reasons, right? So all the negative things, I take 100% credit for. All the positive things in my life were because I let people in. I listened. I let them help me. I let them guide me. I followed their advice. Think about that. Give credit where credit's due when you do positive things in your life, because you had to learn that from someone else. But all this negative shit and all this, I got used and abused and, all that's excuses, man. And this is just me. This is something that I'm pretty passionate about. I don't speak for nobody else. I'm speaking for my life experiences. You got to stop blaming other people for stuff that you chose to do. All right, you guys, that's my video. It's a Sunday. I know everybody's probably still in bed. It's all good. I'm going to put this video out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here. Damn, didn't even get it.